Welcome to Rolling Green Village Players Dime Television, sponsored by Lisbon Tea. This week's suspense story is about a man's plan to kill his wife. We join the story at the Preble Company in the office of Mr. Preble, a small-town, big businessman.
To the American Badge and Novelty Company, 430 South Main Street. Gentlemen, gee, that's a sweet fragrance you're wearing, Miss Daly. What is it?
I'm glad you like it, Mr. Preble. It's called Flight.
Flight? Let's fly away together.
All righty.
My wife would be glad to get rid of me, and vice versa. No. I don't want the American Badge and Novelty Company to know about us.
Oh, I see.
Let's fly away together.
All righty. But would your wife give you a divorce?
I don't suppose so.
You'd have to get rid of your wife.
And now, a word from our sponsor, Lisbon Green Tea.
Hi everyone! Lisbon Tea is conducting a unique person on the street survey to get a worldwide reaction to Lisbon Green Tea. By means of the company's supersonic jet, I'll be traveling all over the world to find out what people from all over the world think of Lisbon Green Tea. First stop, Italy. Mr. Gondolier, what do you think of our green tea?
Molto bene, molto bene.
Now, on to Germany on the Rhine River. Herr Meyer, what do you think of our Lisbon green tea?
Guter Tee.
Oh, in the land of windmills and tulips. Vrou, what do you think of our Lisbon green tea?
Good time.
Oh! On the Great Wall. Mr. Chinaman, what do you think of Lisbon green tea?
How chow.
I'll be back later for more of this spontaneous person on the street inquiry.
And so, we return to the Preble's living room as Mr. Preble continues with his plot of doing away with his wife in the basement.
Let's go down to the cellar.
What for?
Oh, I don't know. We just never seem to go down in anymore.
We never did go down to the cellar that I remember. I could rest easy for the balance of my life if I never went down to the cellar.
Suppose I said it meant a whole lot to me.
What's come over you? It's cold down there, and there's absolutely nothing to do.
We could pick up pieces of coal. We could get some kind of a game with pieces of coal.
I don't want to go. Besides, I'm reading.
wish you would come down to the cellar with me. You can read down there as far as that goes.
There isn't a good enough light down there. And anyway, I'm not going down to the cellar. You might as well make up your mind to that.
Gee whiz! Other people's wives go down to the cellar. Why is it you never want to do anything together? I come home from work, worn out from the office, and you won't even go down to the cellar with me. God knows it isn't that far. It isn't as if I were asking you to go to the movies or someplace.
All right, all right. You probably want to get me down there and bury me.
All right, I might as well tell you the truth. I want to get rid of you so I can marry my stenographer. Is there anything especially wrong about that? People do it every day. Love is something you just can't control.
We've been all over that. I'm not going over that again. I suppose this filing person put you up to it.
You needn't get so sarcastic. Miss Daly's my secretary. I have plenty of people to file without having her file. She doesn't know anything about this. I was going to tell her you had gone to visit some friends and fell off a cliff. She wants me to get a divorce.
That's a laugh. You may bury me, but you'll never get a divorce.
I told her that. I told her I'd never get a divorce.
Oh, you probably told her about burying me too.
Now that's not true. That's between you and me. I was never going to tell a soul.
You'd blab it to the whole world. Don't tell me. I know you.
I wish you were buried now and it was all over with.
Don't you suppose you would get caught, you crazy thing? They always get caught. Why don't you go to bed? You're just getting yourself all worked up over nothing.
I'm not going to bed. I'm going to bury you in the cellar. I've got my mind made up to it. I don't know how I can make it any plainer.
Listen, will you be satisfied and shut up if I go down in the cellar with you? Can I have a little peace and go down in the cellar? Will you let me be alone then?
Yes, but you spoil it by taking that attitude.
Sure. I always spoil everything. Have you got an envelope?
What do you want an envelope for?
I want to mark my place in this book.
Why? You're not going to have a chance to finish it.
Let's catch our breath as the Lisbon Tea woman continues her man-on-the-street inquiries.
Our search continues in the good old U.S. of A. Oh, here's a man with his jaw wired. What do you think of our Lisbon green tea? Mr. Franchetti, what do you think of our Lisbon green tea?
First on any track.
Oh, mother of the Quints, what do you think of our Lisbon green tea?
5 times better.
Yes. Miss Universe, what do you think of our Lisbon green tea?
It gets the crown.
Oh, and here we are in the largest state in the Union. Tex, what do you think of Lisbon green tea?
Yippee-yi-yay!
Yay! And after quizzing many tea drinkers, you'll have to agree. Worldwide, everyone loves Lisbon green tea.
And so we return to the Preble's living room as Mr. Preble continues with his plot of doing away with his wife in the basement.
mercy. It's cold down here. And I can never find this light cord. What have you got there?
It's a shovel. I was going to hit you over the head with it.
You were, huh? Well, get that out of your mind. Do you want to leave a great big clue right here in the middle of everything where the first detective that comes snooping around will find it? Go out in the street and find a piece of iron or something.
Like what, for instance? It's just like you that there's always a piece of iron lying around in the street.
Well, let me see. Oh, here's the perfect thing. It's called a heavy, blunt instrument.
That isn't ours. We don't have a wrench like that in this house.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The plumber left it last week after he fixed the sink in the kitchen, and it doesn't belong to us.
What's it doing down here? Why didn't you give it back to him? Didn't he find out that he had left it here?
Well, you see, it was this way. He did call up about it, but I told him he hadn't left it here. So then I brought it down to the cellar.
Where did you get that glove?
Oh, I had it stuck in my bodice absent-mindedly, I guess. I suppose I was thinking about something else.
Are you going to give it to me? That's why you were so willing to come down here. Hey, who dug a hole in the cellar?
If I were a cop, I'd want to know whose fingerprints are on that shovel.
Don't you come near me.
Where are you going, dear?
First, I'm going upstairs and call the plumber and tell him you have his wrench. And then, let's go to bed.
All righty.
Pleasant dreams, Mr. and Mrs. Preble. And to the viewing audience, have another cup of Lisbon green tea, then off to bed. Good night, all.